The magic is in the numbers. If we track them, I might add. Hello and welcome. I'm excited you're here. In case we haven't met before, my name is Katrin from Bloom with Katrin, and I want to help you take your offline gig, side gig, and turn it into an online biz that's going to create sustainable success for you and that's going to feel good on the inside. If you're on live with me here today or on the replay, don't be shy. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Me, I'm coming to you live from the Bavarian forest over here in Germany, and I hope you're having an amazing day, whatever the time might be for you. So, do you know that feeling of, I don't really know whether I'm on the right track? I feel that this isn't really working, or I'm not sure whether what I'm doing is working. Anybody can relate, because this used to be me quite a bit. And a few weeks ago, I had a mentor call with a mentor of mine, and she was very strict with me, shall I say. And she asked me, okay, Katrin, you tell me you feel a lot about your business. How about your numbers? Can you tell me? And then she gave me a few numbers, and I didn't have the numbers. I couldn't answer her questions. And that didn't feel very comfortable, and it didn't feel hugely professional, if that makes sense. And let me know, do you track your numbers? And then also what kind of numbers should we be tracking, right? We could be tracking anything, and that could actually get us off track again, right? So here's 7 numbers for you, amongst quite a number of others that this mentor recommended for me to actually track, so I can see my progress, so I can see where I'm at, know where I want to go, and what the right steps are in between. And actually where there's also maybe a lack of skill, a lack of know-how that I might effectively work on. Effectively meaning it's the right thing for me to concentrate on at the moment. Let me know whether you've ever, and I'm going to hold both my hands up here, whether you've ever focused on skills that are important, but maybe at a later stage in your journey, and not necessarily on what you want to be focusing on right now to make the next step for yourself effective. Okay, so I hope this is going to be helpful for you. And if you know people who might benefit from this as well, who come to mind, just feel free to send the broadcast on its way to them, or invite them here so they can also have maybe the right numbers to track in the future. So, and also want to leave saying, I'm not a huge numbers person. But here's what my mentor told me: Katrin, it doesn't matter whether you love numbers or you hate numbers, you just want to track them so they can actually help you grow going forward and moving the needle forward as well in your business. So here's number 1. And also you can track this in a very simple, very basic Google or Excel sheet, whatever you have available for yourself. Obviously there's tons of apps that are going to do this for you. But I like to keep things simple. I like to keep things for free, or use things that are free, like a Google Sheet. Okay, so you just have your different columns here. Column number 1 would be, how many people do you add to your list every day, every week, every month? Okay. And now when I say list, maybe that, rings a bell for you. When I got started building my team, I was told to make a list of 40 and later of 100 family and friends that I knew, that I've got, went to school with. And I was told to reach out to them with a hidden agenda, meaning maybe I could, sell them something. Let me know whether you can relate, whether that was also your experience, because I did not enjoy that process at all. So that's not what I'm talking about here. Okay, I'm talking about not necessarily your family and friends, but rather people you interact with on social media. People who interact are with you on social media, okay? So people who hold up their hands going, I like what you're doing, interacting with you in some sort. So you want to put all of them into a separate friends list. Now, if you don't know how to do that, please feel free to reach out, because it's really, really powerful for you to have a separate friends list of these people who actually interact with you already. Like Fran here. Hey, Fran, thank you so much for joining me live. Hope you're going well today. Tracking numbers important, but I hate doing it, Fran. I can so relate. I can so relate. I feel I've got PTSD from numbers and maths from school. But I really feel that this is something that's going to move the needle forward for me, maybe as well for you, friends. So let's just get over I don't like numbers, okay? Maybe just try it. And let me know what numbers you like to track. So number one is, how many people do you add to your list every day, every week? How many people, this is number two, yeah. How many people do you reach out to? And I'm not talking about reaching out to them to sell them something, but actually reaching out to them to put a smile on their face. Okay, that's how I like to phrase it. So people you can interact with on social media, with their stories, with their posts, with their live videos, right? Let's always interact with other people. It's going to do us a world of good, not only for our own heart, but also for the other person. Also, it's going to help your own organic reach in your algorithm, okay? So how many people do you reach out to put a smile on their face by interacting with them? Okay, number three is, how many conversations do you have on a normal day, a week, a month? Now, again, when I say conversations, right, we might think, okay, Katrin, now you have to be talking about, for them to buy something of me or to join me, right? We're not there yet. Let's be the great human being we are in our normal conversations, right? And often also I get this, okay, so you're building on social media, awesome, so you don't have to talk to anybody anymore. Now, friend, you can let me know as well your experiences maybe. But for me, this is what this business is all about, having conversations, real conversations, having that real human connection with somebody. So they may open up sooner or later, sharing with us what it is that maybe they're struggling with, what issues they might be having, so we can see whether what it is we have might be a good fit for them and recommend the right things for them, if that makes sense, okay? So let's have real conversations with people, even if we're building online. This is not about hiding behind our screens. That's not very effective, is it? But really building connections with new people we would have never had the chance of meeting offline, okay? So number four is, how many invitations do you give people to take a look at buying or joining? Okay, and if you hear kids screaming in the background, I hope it's not too distracting. My son's got a ton of friends here today, and we're just, going with the flow today. Fran, absolutely, you still have to talk to people, absolutely. And it's what makes this business fun, isn't it? If only they just clicked on a button and joined you, but it doesn't work like that, not at all. And rightfully so. We want to know, like, and trust the people we join, right? And the same is true vice versa, right? People want to know, like, and trust you because they're going to join you when they know, like, and trust you, and not because of what you have to promote. You still need to get to know each other, absolutely. And it is, at the end of the day, really, for me, the best part of this business. Okay, where was I? Hang on. Okay, I destroyed my notes here, but I'm going to go off memory. Right, so how many people do you actually invite to take a look at buying from you or joining you in your team? Very important number as well. Okay, now that might come within the normal conversation, of course, right? So it's not necessarily, I had a conversation here just to get to know, like, and trust each other, and now I can't invite them. No. You just want to make it a flow, right? So that's a skill of its own. And I'm still working at that. Let me know whether you're the pro in that so we can start following you. Okay, number 5 is follow-up. How many follow-ups do you do, right? So maybe you've invited somebody, you had a conversation with somebody, you were able to recommend something that they wanted to take a look at. And now they've taken a look at it. And now you reach out to them to follow up with them. What did you like best? Did everything work out for you? All those kinds of important questions. So it's very important. The fortune is in the follow-up. I've been told I don't know how many times, and it is still true, even on social media. Okay, and then finally comes the number that maybe you wanted like to track as number 1. That's how many new customers and also how many new team members do you have. And I would add in also your existing customers, active customers, right? So not people who once signed up and maybe once or twice bought something or ordered, but who are active. So we can maybe even track both of them, right? People who are inactive and active. So you can reach out to them as well to bring a smile to their face and see whether you can have a conversation with them at some point about what it is that's going on in their life. So maybe now they're struggling with something that you might have a solution to. It all comes down to having conversations, in my opinion. And number 7, obviously, new team members. Again, also active team members is a very important one in my opinion. Fran, absolutely never stop following up. Yeah, absolutely, right? It's so important because we never know, even if somebody tells us, no, thanks, that's not for me, it's not a good fit for me, awesome. Okay, just always leave the door open to following up, to building that relationship, because we never know what might come around in their own life. So maybe things change and suddenly they're open and they need what it is that we have. And, if we were able to build that relationship, who are they going to reach out to? Certainly not, maybe, I hope, not to the person who was that salesy, buy this, join me now, but actually the person who was willing to invest in the relationship with them, that they felt they know, like, and trust. So powerful. Okay, so how, at the end of the day, what does it, what good does it do me, Katrin, if I've got all those numbers and I can see they're not, I'm not there yet. I don't have new team members every day, every month, every a week, or whatever it might be. What does it help me? Well, I would encourage you, if you don't have an upline yet who's asking you to provide these numbers and in a way report back to them on a regular basis, reach out to your upline. Tell them, look, these are my numbers. What would be your recommendation? Do you feel that I'm on the right track? What's something I might be working on right now? Right? Maybe it's also something that they can coach you if you need help. I've got an amazing 10-day boot camp that I would love for you to take a look at, because it's going to help you. And not only, it's not necessarily about the numbers, but about how getting started on social media the right way, in an effective way that feels good on the inside. Okay, that's really going to help you build that business from the ground up, starting with the know, like, and trust with people, and how to do that. It's what's changed my business forever for me. And I would love for you to take a look at that as well. So do reach out to me if that's something that you resonate with, right? So always reach out to your upline. And if your direct upline isn't active, happens, right, just go above them. It's their job to help you. Let them help you by reaching out. Don't ever wait for your upline to reach out to you. Hey, how are things going? I mean, amazing if you've got an upline like this. Tell them how amazing they are, because they are. But also it is our responsibility, right? We're independent distributors, ambassadors, whatever you might be called in your company you're associated with, right? It's our responsibility to track our numbers so we can get the help that we need. Thanks so much for watching. I hope this was valuable for you today. Let me know what your favorite number is. Mine, and what I'm working on right now, can you guess, is truly, how do I take a conversation where I'm putting a smile on people's face, being a friend, really being there for them, to actually how to transfer that conversation and lead into, maybe they want to take a look at something that I have that I feel might benefit them. So let me know what you're working on right now. And thanks again so much for watching. I